Hello guys, how you doing? It is JCS ASMR here, and I am back with my Friday updates. I didn't get to do an update on Wednesday. Had a few bits on that were unavoidable, but I am back today. So I'm here with my Friday ramble. I shall be chewing what I chewed last week. It's just these tropical. Are they tropical? Yeah, they're tropical flavour gum. So apologies for anyone who's expecting updates on Wednesday. I have plans to do them on Wednesday, but like I said, some issues got in the way. So, um, so not really. I'm just trying to remember what happened last week. Not really a lot. We met Tina. And went for Starbucks. We was in Starbucks for ages. Just chatting that. I'll talk about James, my friend, her ex-husband. Well, her husband really. Found out some stuff about him that I didn't know. I mean, he used to fix bikes up and stuff in his shed, and I didn't know he used to do that. And there was a few personal things, but I'm not going to go into that. I'm not going to share that with you. It's not really my story to tell, but yeah. But overall, it was a really good afternoon. It's nice to catch up with her and whatever. I haven't seen her since the funeral, so, and that was like, you know, over a year ago. Was it a year or was it 2 years? It might have actually been 2 years. I'm not quite sure when I can't remember when he passed away. I've just got so much going on in my life with sort of like Ruby and everything else. I just forget so many different things. So Ruby's still being jittery at night. But now she's tending to wake up with a dummy in her mouth, which doesn't help. Because it's usually the dummy that, sorry, there's a massive crow on top of one of the roofs, and that is huge. I've never seen a crow that big. Sorry. Anyway, sorry, back to updates. Yeah, she's usually the dummy. When you put a dummy in her mouth, she quits. But she's been turned into put the dummy in, she'll still cry. But see, I found a strategy for that, because what I've done is I'll take it out and I'll put it back in, and she stops. 4 or 5 minutes. I mean, we have to go to her about 11, 12 times a night. And that's not including in the middle of the night where she wakes up as well. She started at 6:30 this morning. But she usually wakes up at 7 o'clock, but she woke up at 6:30. And what we do is we always take her in bed with us and give her a little cuddle before we get up. And usually she doesn't want that. Usually she gets a bit grumpy about that. I mean, when she was younger, she used to fall asleep, love it, no problem, she'd fast asleep. But as she's getting older, she doesn't really want to do that. Until this morning, Carol was giving her a hug as normal, and she fell asleep. She must have been tired. She must have, because she was like really crying quite loud this morning. And she might have knackered herself out, I'm not too sure, but she was fast asleep. So, Carol and Ruby, obviously Ryan's at school. Carol and Ruby aren't here. Not because of swimming well, because it's Friday. But there's like not a parenting course. It's something where the mum and dad, or mum or dad, go to a hall and they've got other little children in there, and they all sing along. So it's not like a religious thing, but it's like a massive hall, and Carol gets to sing along with Ruby or sing to Ruby, and the other children engage. And basically, Ruby's having interaction with other children, because it's something she just hasn't really had much of. Obviously, Ryan being older, he's 10. And although he's still a child, he's obviously a lot older than Ruby. But she'll be able to interact with children her own age. Slightly older, maybe 1, 2 years old, 3 years old, something like that maybe, but there will be a lot of young ones there. You never know, she might even make a little friend there, which would be awesome. But Carol says something about it's only one parent allowed. I was like, it's a bit shit. Because I was like, well, can I come along? And she said, there's only one parent. But she booked in for 2 sessions. Obviously, one's today, one's next week on Friday. But she's going to ask today if we can both attend. I mean, I understand why it's one parent, because obviously I've got to be able to fit everyone in. But there are some parents who want to go together. But it's not fair for the child if they say no. So, but I thought, well, as I didn't get to do the ramble on Wednesday, the update on Wednesday, I could do it today while she's not here, while they're at this thing. I mean, it's not as long today. Because obviously Swimming World's usually like an hour and a half. Should probably be like about an hour. That's where they are. Still haven't got to. So I made no arrangements to go up to see my dad, although I should do really. He hasn't seen Ruby since kind of last year. So I really should make arrangements to bring him up with Carol and Ruby. If his girlfriend wants to be there or not, I'm not sure. I think they've had a bit of a falling out. I think. I'm not actually sure. Pardon me, sorry. Probably cough is starting to play me up. I should really make an effort to come down to Kent. I'm drinking that Vimto Energy again. This one here. I've still got some left, but I thought I didn't really want to mix it with tropical gum. Or someone said the other day, tropical gum, whatever that is. There's not really much else been going on. We're still trying to teach Ruby how to crawl. She's really struggling with that because she doesn't understand that she's got to be on her hands and knees to kind of crawl. She's kind of like laying on her belly and kind of doing that. We call it aeroplane, but I think some people call it skydive. Some people call it swimming. Whatever. But she seems to want to do this all the time with her hands while laying on her belly. And I keep telling her, like, Ruby, you're not going to be able to walk that way. Trust me, that's not crawling, that, you know. You've got to get on your hands and your knees and crawl like that. And she's having a little bit of a hard time sitting up as well. So, I mean, she can sit up supported, no problem. I mean, she can sit up against something, but then she will even still slant to the side. But that's just one of the things. But she will get there. She is actually starting to go off her milk though a little bit. It's just still meant to be her main food source, but she's kind of, because she's now on solids, she's even turning away the purees. She don't want the puree, she wants the solid food of what we're eating. And to be quite frank, I don't blame her. I really don't, because, I mean, who in their right mind would want to drink milk all the time? I mean, although she takes the milk, she does drink the majority of it. She does prefer the solids, which I don't blame her, really, to be quite frank. So yes, she's advanced in some things. I wouldn't say she's falling behind, because according to the health visitor, they said, oh, it's all right that she's not crawling at eight months. She should, she's still on target for sitting up and crawling about. So although she's not actually crawling yet or sitting up, she's still got plenty of time before she kind of falls behind. But what we're doing is we're trying to work on her core, which ultimately will make her sit up and stay up, with a little bit of support. You don't expect her to sit straight up with no support, but I think it's like even with our muscles, we've got to work on things to make them stronger. So yeah. Sorry, I'm still in my pyjamas. It's still quite early. Well, it's not early, but you know. I thought, oh, do you know what? I've appeared on camera in my pyjamas before. I've got about 7 or 8 different pairs of pyjamas, so I just couldn't be bothered to get dressed either. Not really much else to tell you. I'll tell you what, I ordered some shopping online from Asda, and I ordered a crate of 18 Strongbow. And Lisa, who? Carol, pardon me. Carol got a notification through to say they've subbed my Strongbow with Magners cider. I cannot stand Magners cider. So when they arrive at 4 o'clock this afternoon, they can take it back, because I don't like that. And they'll have to give Carol the refund. And then Carol will have to give me the refund because I gave Carol the money. But I can sort that out. It's just typical that we haven't really got an Asda near us, but they do like a pack of 18 for like £12.87 or something. And I thought, well, considering my local Tesco does a pack of 10 for £10.50, might as well spend the extra couple of quid. No, not even a couple of quid. Might as well spend kind of like the extra kind of, well, yeah, it is really, because if it's £10.50, £12.50, yeah, you might as well spend the extra £2.30 odd and get an extra 8 cans. It makes sense. And they had to be sold out, which is annoying. I mean, when I lived in Kent, it was okay because I had an Asda just up the road from me. That's where I used to work. That's where I used to work. And usually my dad would be up there with his car, so I'd even get a lift home with it, so I wouldn't even have to lug it home. But obviously things have changed now, and our Asda's fucking in Lewisham, which is like fucking miles away. Well, not miles and miles and miles, but it's quite far. And, you know, fuck carrying all that shopping home. So that's why we get a home delivery coming. So yeah, when he turns up with their Magners, I'm like, no, mate, you can have them back. That's about it, guys, if I'm honest. I can't think of anything else that has happened. If I do remember anything, I shall mention it next week. We've got a cot that we've got to build for Ruby, because the cot that she's in now is not great. I mean, she can sleep in it, but it's just not great. But we've got it all here. I'm not going to show you, but we've got it over here. And it's in bits. But what we're going to do is we're going to build it up for her. And hopefully she'll be sleeping in it very soon. So, yeah. I might show you after. Alright, guys. Well, thank you for joining me for this update. Please don't forget, please do not forget to subscribe, hit that bell icon, comment down below, give me a like, and share with your friends and family. That would be great. But that's going to do it for this week, guys. Don't forget to subscribe to Carol Woodgate ASMR, J-Test ASMR, and whether you click the bell icon or not, that's fine. And don't forget to watch my videos in all its entirety. I'll be back very soon, guys. But until then, look after yourselves and ciao for now. Mwah! Love you all.